Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Forex market wrap. We're going to look at how the market has shaped up for the week. And finally, we've kind of seen this dollar strength coming through into the market, which is what we've been looking for a good while now, and we've seen some currencies dip quite aggressively against it. And the most affected currency of the week, I'd say probably the weakest currency of this week, has been the pound. If we just go into this weekly time frame, we can see pound US dollar has dropped aggressively this week to the downside, back into these previous structure highs just through here. So pound very much on the back foot here, expecting some further downside from this. We may get a slight retracement phase back up into here, but what this is showing us now is that the daily has changed trend, and typically when we see that change in trend, we're likely to see the trend continue to the downside. Combining this with the fact that we expect the dollar to move to the upside in terms of gain some strength due to that seasonality that we typically see through September, pound could be one of the, or pound US dollar could be one of the currency pairs that we look to continue just to trade short when we get these slight rallies in the market. So this is what I'm kind of expecting from pound US dollar now. Going on to euro US dollar, despite that dollar strength, euro has pretty much stayed strong as well. We haven't really seen any kind of deep breakdown. The market has just remained in this consolidation. Obviously our trade hit target, which is fantastic. We were looking for price to come into these lows, which is great. We were also looking for the continuation, but it had a really bullish day. There was an ECB meeting, and Lagarde also spoke, the ECB president, and basically drove prices to the upside on euro. We've seen it dip back since then, but you know, we were in a euro yen position which got stopped unfortunately because of that move. But to me, it's not looking great to the upside. There's not really much momentum in these candlesticks here. I would be expecting the market to continue down, but I'm still waiting for a clear close below these lows, and we've been waiting for this for a good few weeks now. And you know, looking at that weekly, I did expect to see that, and it hasn't followed through yet. So just to be extra cautious with anything now, I think we should wait for a breakdown here before we even consider looking at any kind of euro US dollar or euro positions in general. I want to see it break and close below those lows just through there. Dollar Swiss was still in. Dollar Swiss broke to the upside. It formed a really nice base just through here. The market came and sort of double bottomed at these lows, gave us a nice little pin candle. We were seeing some divergence as well, with the market forming lower lows and the RSI forming higher lows. So we had some good tells here that the market would push to the upside. The daily has changed trends, so I'm still happy to hold this position. I do still feel we are going to see that rally up, just waiting for it to play out, being patient and seeing if we can get that move to the upside into this weekly area of resistance. And it's looking okay so far. 4-hour change cycle had a bit of a bearish time, so I'm looking for that to change back to the upside. We're retesting this area now, so if we do get that breakout and we start seeing that 4-hour trend rally up again, happy to continue to, you know, hold this position through here. Dollar CAD as well, so we had one successful trade on this already. The second one is in profit and halfway to those targets again. Just want to milk this market for whatever it will give us, to be honest, because I think that we are going to see that pullback. The market is making those lower lows, but now we're starting to see that bullishness come back in. The RSI was in that oversold condition and is closing back above the 30 area on the RSI, showing us that the retracement phase is in play here. Expecting a retest of these structure lows around about that 1.34 area. So yeah, just keeping an eye on this one, looking for the trend to continue to the upside. If we look at the daily chart, we've had a little bit of a move up, retest of these highs. Are we going to get the same again and see something like this form with price retesting that area? So I like this market to the upside. I like dollar, I like CAD short in general. We can see it here on the 4-hour in a little bit more detail as well. Market came back into the zone. Let's see if we can get that push back up to the upside, retesting these highs through here. So dollar CAD still looking pretty good. I like the idea of continuing to look to buy the dollar going into next week. One thing we just need to be a little bit cautious on is the fact that the stock markets are starting to fall. This is giving us our yen markets a little bit of a boost, and that's why we're seeing the sort of risk currencies fall a little bit as well. It hasn't been a dreadful week for the risk currencies, but we can expect maybe a little bit of weakness to hover around them. We've got a secondary bearish week closing on the US stock markets. The S&P, I feel, may even drop back into these previous highs in here, which could produce that risk off continuation in the markets, which kind of is the reason why we looked at an Aussie yen move. Aussie yen hasn't triggered, so I've cancelled that order now. We had a sell stop under here with stop losses above the highs. Not looking for that to continue now. Just seeing if we can get some actual decent daily trend out of this. If the market breaks to the downside here, then we can start looking for that continuation with a big breakout of this sort of consolidation pattern just through there. So that's your Forex market wrap for this week. I hope you enjoyed the content this week. I hope it's been a successful one for you. If it has, drop a comment below. And thanks for watching, and I'll have a great weekend.